Hi everyone, thank y'all for joining me today. As always, I am at the flip house working on some projects. A little while ago, my dad finished all of the trim in the house, which means I need to go in and caulk it and paint it. So I started that process a couple days ago. I'll show you all the video footage obviously, but today I'm here. I'm gonna finish it up hopefully, so we can just be done with that process. And once that is done, the trim always pulls the house like together. So super excited for that. And let's just go ahead and get started. So my dad put up all the trim and I've already done all of this. So that's all already done. I need to do this wall over here and then I've got to do the hallway. But I can't do anything in the hallway yet because of all of this crap right here. Basically that was just from whenever I removed the trim that was there. It just pulled, I mean, just from the years of paint and everything, it just pulled all of that off. And so I'm gonna have to go through and get some drywall mud and just kind of like skim it so that it will be flush and it won't look so bad, because you can't paint over that or anything, but I'll have to do that first. As you can see, my dad put the doors in. So I'm gonna need to put the door knobs on soon, and I covered up the carpet so that they wouldn't get ruined, because I'm gonna have to do some touch-up painting from when they installed the windows. And then I got all my light fixtures, or the rest of my light fixtures, the other day. I'm gonna have to move those into one of the rooms so I can work in here. So first, let me apologize for taking literally 100 years to get this video out. I have actually had this video done forever, and I just never got around to doing the voiceovers for it because of everything I have going on. If you did not know, I decided to open a handmade children's clothing shop, so that's just taken up a ton of my time. But I decided I was gonna sit down, get these voiceovers done, get this video out. And right here, I am just filling all of these little indentions with some drywall mud to try to smooth them out a little bit. I didn't do a phenomenal job because I am not a drywall person, but I don't really need it to be perfect, because once I sand it down, texture it, paint it, and then caulk it, it'll be like no one's even gonna notice. But now I'm gonna go ahead and start caulking these baseboards while I wait for all that mud to dry. So you've probably seen me do this job before. I always am having to do baseboards, and I know I've done them for sure in like my other videos. What I'm doing this time is I'm actually spraying them very, very lightly with some glass cleaner. And I saw this hack on TikTok, which is weird, but it works amazing because it helps you glide your finger a lot easier on the silicone, and it's just a lot less messy, and it worked amazing. I'll probably never do baseboards without soapy water or glass cleaner. I got all the baseboards done. And I can only do the inside of the door trim. Like when you do door trim, you have to do this inside right here, or else, like I didn't do this one because it's the closet, but there will be like a obvious seam or like gap, I guess. So you always have to do the inside. So I did the inside of all the frames, so there's no gap. But I can't do the outside because I'm still waiting on the mud to dry. And you can see it's like this is all dried up already, but this is obviously still wet. So I'll come back and do that later once it's dried up more. And then I can start getting some tape down. That way I can paint all the baseboards that we put up. So here I'm just putting a little bit of painter's tape down right at the bottom of the baseboard, and I'm giving myself just a tiny little gap, and then I'm going back and filling it with some clear silicone. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to go through and paint my baseboards, and the clear silicone is going to fill any type of ridges or anything between the tape and the floor, and it's going to give me a really clean straight line so that none of my paint bleeds through onto the floor. So while I was waiting for the trim paint to dry, I decided to put up the new vent covers for the air conditioning ducts. And I'm really just not the type of person who loves to measure things, you know, perfectly, and I just guesstimate most of the time. And this was a little bit of an issue for this specific project because the vent covers didn't fit a lot of the time. So I ended up having to go back and get new vent covers for a lot of the rooms because I was just being lazy. And just don't learn from my example, I would say. Son of a biscuit. Oh, so annoying. If this doesn't fit, I'm gonna be pissed. Oh, thank you, Jesus. So I finally got the trim all caulked and painted. It's a little messy in here because we've been doing some other things. The toilet's all over the place because my nephew insisted on having the box to play with. So, but you can just see what a huge difference the trim makes. It just kind of obviously finishes it off. I need a sweep in here. Got stuff all over the ground, but it looks awesome. The light looks great. You can't even tell that the door frames had issues. I mean, if you look closely, you can tell, but yeah, that's how everything's looking so far. It's coming together. It literally looks 10 times better already. I think I'm gonna move on to the outside next, get some of that finished. You can see my new windows, how great they look. But now that the weather's warming up, it'll be much easier to work outside, so I'm super happy about that. And that is going to be it for this video today. I have so many videos that I've got to get up for you guys, but for now, if you'll just like and subscribe, I would love that. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video soon, I promise.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? What? Say hi, Mama. Hi.